What is going on, guys? Today we have got more rule breakers coming into packs. It is team 2 and some of them look absolutely wonderful. We have got the big boy right now coming in at 1.4 mil. Honestly, call me crazy, but it is our big boy Pogba, and I just had to. He had to be the first one. He is a ridiculous price right now, and to be honest, we saw the same with Kane last week. Will he drop? I feel like he's a bit more meta than Kane in my opinion, and definitely has a lot better links in terms of nation. Who knows? 1.4 mil is currently his price tag. Can Pogba be one of the best centre mids in the game? We're going to find out with the in-game stats. Before all that, if you'd like to like and subscribe, let's get into the game. So looking at big boy Pogba then, we have got 75 pace, 82 shooting, 77 passing, 86 dribbling, 82 defending, and 86 physical. So what did we get a difference from? We got a plus 16 on the defending, we got a plus 1 on the shooting, we got 9 passing taken away from us, which it's big, but I think he can definitely cope without it. You can whack a chem style on him. Catalyst is obviously a perfect one if you wanted to kind of replenish that chem style, that kind of passing, as well as getting a bit of pace. You've obviously got 82 shooting now, plus 1 on the dribbling and plus 2 on the pace. So what really are you kind of getting with? To be honest, it's a big upgrade, and I think it definitely turns him into a more well-rounded centre mid. In terms of actual player, I don't think there's a huge difference, which is just nuts because his 86 is currently 205, but his rule breaker guaranteed it is brand new, so I can understand why he's so much. He's a big name, and obviously he is French as well, which always has big nationality, linkage, that's what I'm looking for. Mbappe obviously being the #1 star there. 1.4 mil is what he's coming in at, and he is a 5-star, 4-star, 5-star on the skills, 4-star on a weak foot, 6'3", right-footed with the high, is it the high medium? The high medium work rate, attacking and defensive. In terms of stats, we've got 90 strength, which is incredible, 84 stamina. We only have 68 acceleration. For me, I'd say I didn't notice it, but I feel like he plays around it. He's got great passing on him, obviously with the catalyst on him as well. He's got good dribbling, even though the agility balance is a little bit shot. I feel like he's very comfortable with the ball. He's got very good ball control, that's 91, and that really works for him. He's very, I think, is he lean body type? It doesn't tell me. I want to say he's kind of like tall and lean to an extent, and really knows how to kind of maneuver that ball around. And as a 6'3" player, very quick to get that pass out and to get that shot off. So that obviously is always a kind of helping hand. We did go into foot champs with him just to try him out and see how he was. I thought if I'm going to be using him, we may as well do it in a game mode that counts. And I think the first match we played, I think we won 7-6 in the end, which is just crazy. Other than that, stat wise, it looks pretty normal. 88 composure, which is always a big one. It's one that I personally look out for now because we can't upgrade it. It's the one that sticks out for me. In terms of chem style, like I say, people are looking at that catalyst with such a downgrade of his pace, his passing. You'd want to replenish that. That would turn him into only an 85 CM, 84 CDM, and 84 cam. If you was to look away from it, maybe you want more of an attacking mid. I personally really like him as that attacking holding midfielder. Really good, kind of like sitting on that centre mid role, but then pushing forward. It's basically a cam, but then he does come back every now and then. I'd be looking, you could go with an engine, I suppose, that would get up a bit of dribbling as well. You could go with an all-out finisher and really go for that kind of striking element, going for that centre forward role almost. There's a few possibilities with this card now. I feel like he could definitely play up and down the spine pretty nicely. He could definitely be a CDM with, if you just whacked a shadow on him, that would turn him into an 86 CDM with 91 defending. You could go with a catalyst and keep his balance of all stats being above 82. You could go with a hunter, for instance, and go for more of an attacking. He definitely could do all of them. But let's get into some gameplay and see what he did for me. So the one thing that you notice with Pogba is the sheer size of the man. Very good to get them tackles off. Obviously, he is a big target in terms of passing. He's got really nice ball control. And that's the one thing with Pogba in any game mode. He's got incredible ball control. He just manages to kind of just it lets the ball do the talking most of the time. He gets all the assists, even if it's not the direct assist, it's the assist of the assist. He always has an input. He's always there, ready to tackle, ready to kind of get the ball back, and it's wonderful. We see here just a simple flick into Werner, and there's another goal. It's just what he does. He scores, he assists, he just wins the ball, and in general, he's just a complete midfielder for me. He doesn't necessarily get every single pass off, and it's what I do want to show. Sometimes, yeah, he can feel a little bit blocky. Maybe when you're going against a guy who really knows how to cut down that space, he will feel just a little bit kind of closed off and not being able to do much. But if you can get that space with him, he is absolutely deadly. And that is the one thing with Pogba, is if you can just kind of find his own in the game, get him on that free roam and really just kind of put it into him, he will do wonders with the ball. He has got the 5-star skills, so there is the option. If you are a skiller or someone who knows how to do the skills, you obviously have that option. 4 stars weak foot, absolutely brilliant at the start of the game. Obviously, if we got like a shapeshifter or something like that gives him the 5-star, even better. And honestly, he's just a good card. Would I say he's worth it is the other hand. For me, 1.4 is definitely not worth it with how I like to play with him as more of an attacking mid. I don't need the 16 plus upgrade on his defense. So for me, that is just then a waste of 1.2 mil. I like him as that cam role. So for me, it's not currently worth it. If he goes down to 4,500, then fair enough. But can I see that happening? Probably not. He more than likely will stay above that kind of mil role for a little bit of time at least. So going into the overall for him then, 1.418 mil, 1.46 on the PlayStation. We've got the links of Martial, Bruno, Rashford, all Man U players who give him that strong link and are actually pretty accessible and pretty usable in this start of the game, most definitely. Obviously, as we go further, we'd be looking at Vieira, we'd be looking at Hullet, we'd be looking at someone like a Team of the Year player. That's kind of like the links will kind of advance as we go further with the game. I don't want to go too much into it because obviously if I was going saying Vieira, there's only so many people that can afford a Vieira and a 1.4 mil Pogba, and that's just, I think it's unrealistic. Pretty much unrealistic to go and get this card, to be honest. He is a stupid price, and I would deter people. I really would, especially right now. He is only brand new. At least wait till Monday or Tuesday. Wait for him to be in packs for quite some time. Even wait till Thursday if you really want him and put him in your team. Wait till he drops down to his kind of his lowest as such. In terms of alternatives, I've gone with the normal Pogba. I personally think he is not necessarily the same. I feel like this Pogba is definitely more well-rounded, but for my Pogba, I feel like he definitely works forward a lot better in terms of I don't have to worry about him being more of a defensive mid. I just know in the normal Pogba, that's the cam. That's the one I want there. He's going to attack forward and he doesn't have to worry too much about being defensive. And being a big unit, he normally just gets in the way of people anyway. Other alternatives, we've got Valverde, we've got a Conte if you wanted more of a CDM. And the problem is we don't have a huge selection of just centre mids. We haven't got that many specials, so there is still so many out there. Llorente would have been a good one. And there is plenty of options, but I think in terms of the level of Pogba, we'd be looking at icons really. Because he's 1.4 and his stats he's got right now, the next level up in terms of who you'd want to get definitely is icon worthy. I've given him a 9 out of 10. I think the price is definitely too high at the moment, but I understand that it has just come out. He has just come out right now, so you can expect him to be an extortion price. If you want him straight off the bat, you want to be the first to get him, you've got to pay these prices and lose out on tax, and that's something I've definitely learned in the hard way over the past few FIFAs. But in terms of what he brings to the table, I'm very happy with what he does. I feel like if you could get him for under a mil, I'd be very happy with them at that point. But again, only if you are 100% sure that you want a Pogba and you're going to spend a hell of a lot on a Pogba. 1.4 mil, 1 mil is not cheap to buy one player. You can go get Mbappe, you could go get Neymar, you could go get Ronaldo with the price that Pogba is right now. There is so many other options that I think not necessarily are always like 100% better, maybe in their position, obviously, but in terms of efficiency with your coins, I think they're the better options. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. We will be back for more rule breakers. I don't know who's next, as I'm kind of just crying over the loss of the coins of this one, but we will be back very, very shortly. I'll see you all then. Make sure you subscribe. Peace.